Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing day 11 in my album. I actually cut a few little scrap pieces out and I took an Instax picture of Tinkerbell on top of our Disney tree. So let's see what I can do. Alright you guys, so like I said, I had already trimmed a couple of things down just because I wanted to kind of see where I was going to go. Really didn't have too much of a clue of what I was going to do, but you know, I wanted an idea. I knew I needed to get some silver because, you know, silver is the name of the game this year. And I also knew I wanted to do something kind of quick. So didn't want to spend a whole heck of a lot of time doing my work in my Christmas album today, my December project. So work has been intense the past couple days, and you know, I'm tired. So I don't want to spend a whole heck of a lot of time doing super fancy things today. I just want to have a quick little page. So I took this gorgeous poinsettia paper and I matted it on top of this green paper. And then I put that over top of the buffalo plaid with the silver foil. I just felt like I needed something solid underneath of that floral against that buffalo check because it just looked funky, you guys. It something was off about it. And then I decided to put this bar of red behind it as well, and that's just because I was like that's a lot of silver foil. So even just putting that banner of red behind it just helps it ever so slightly. So now I know that I am going to be putting down my numbers here, and I also know that I'm going to do a little bit of journaling, and I didn't want to pull that vellum again with the lines. I wanted something else. So I have these Project Life 4x6 cards, and they're just grid cards. And of course they have the rounded corners. So I needed to trim those down so I could have a square and not the rounded corners. So I'm going to go ahead and layer that here up on the poinsettias. And I decided to go vertical with it for two reasons. One, because my Instax photo is a vertical photo, and two, I really wanted you to be able to see a lot of that red poinsettia because I think it's just beautiful. So I have this silver foil kind of decorative glitter tape, so we're going to put that across this grid paper just to fancy it up just a little bit. Doesn't need to be super fancied up, but you know, ever so slightly would be good. So I'm going to overlap that, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab those, what are these called? Those Tim Holtz labels again. I'm just trying out my numbers to see which label I want to go for. I decide not to go with the black and silver this time, just because I want it to be a little bit lighter and a little bit brighter. So I know I've talked before where I need it, you know, there's light and dark in this album, and I think there's, so far as I'm flipping through it while I'm talking to you guys, like there's a decent balance of it. So, you know, I'm not worried about that. I do put my numbers down, and then I'm going to find a puffy sticker that I like. I decide to go with Believe in the Magic of Christmas. I'm talking about Disney. Disney is full of magic, so, you know, I figure it works. And if you know, you don't think it works, well, that's okay. It's my December project, and I think it works. And I think that that's something you have to remember, and I have to remember, when you're doing an album like this. It is a very popular project to do, but yours doesn't have to look like anybody else's, and your documenting doesn't have to look like anybody else's, and you don't have to document the same things everybody else is doing. You can do what you want. And honestly, you guys, that will make you happiest when you are doing your documenting. You know, yesterday was a super rough day, and I didn't want to document. I just wanted to play with paper a little bit and make something pretty. And that's what I did. It is now, I don't know, what is today's date? Something like the 14th or something, and technically I'm only up to day 11 in my album. It's not bothering me. I don't feel like I'm behind. I don't feel like I'm, letting myself down, letting my family down, letting anything down, because I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm using products that I like, and I mean, that's just the way it is. Now, here I went a little off the rails because I was cutting that out thinking that I needed to journal, but I just created that whole journaling box up there. So, who knows what I was thinking. But now it's cut out for another day because I will use that. So I decided to go with Merry, Merry, Merry because I am going to be talking about the Disney tree, and the Disney tree does make me feel merry, merry, merry. We do have a Tinkerbell on top of the Disney tree, and she does not light up anymore, which is kind of sad, but she's still there in her little Christmas finery. So one year, many years ago, we had a white Christmas tree, and I thought it would be awesome to do black and red decorations. And I bought these Mickey ornament balls and black snowflakes, and it was a beautiful tree. Like, loved the tree that year. And we found Tink in a Disney store, and she was the catalyst for the entire tree, which I thought was pretty awesome. We have since gotten rid of that white Christmas tree. It falls apart. The fake trees don't last forever, you guys. They just don't. Now I'm messing around with my stupid ATG. I found that I kind of like just toss the sucker and the little rings pop. So this is the reason why I have two. So that one's messed up, so I just pull out the red one and go ahead and tape away. So I do have to move the Merry, Merry, Merry over because it's not exactly where it needs to be able to have some of the poinsettia paper peek through all around the card, except for that bottom piece where I'm cutting it off. So I do have to pull it up and move it over ever so slightly. Now this close to my heart paper is a little bit thinner, so it does not forgive as easily as some of the other papers that I use with my ATG gun. It does pull off some of it, so that is just something to be aware of. So I do pop up my I don't pop it up. Don't listen to what I'm saying. I do not pop up my photo, but I do pop it on the page. And now I'm just trying to look around and figure out what other little thing am I going to do to this page. I'm not going to do a lot. I'm not looking for super embellished, super fancy things right here. I do realize I haven't pulled out the enamel dots whatsoever yet. So I go ahead and grab the red ones here, and I just pick 3 of the same color in varying sizes and scatter them on the page right here. And then I am going to go ahead and add my journaling. And it says, Tink tops the Disney tree. We bought her years ago at the Disney store, and I knew I just had to have a Disney tree. We buy a few ornaments every year after the holiday and on sale. It's getting there. And we do. We buy them after the holiday so that they get added on to the next year's tree. It's starting to be pretty good. The red Mickey head ornament balls are still on the tree, and we're just getting ornaments on there. So it makes me happy. The Disney tree lives in the scrapbooking room, which is awesome. Because, I have a thing for Christmas trees, just like I have a thing for Disney trash cans. Probably not going to make a scrapbook album of just Christmas trees. Definitely making the scrapbook album of the Disney trash cans. I actually think need to move on to volume 2 soon for that. Anyway, guys, I should be talking about Disney trash cans when we're working on the December project. So there it is. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again real soon for another video.